Hello, this is Ryan Johnson for the SunWest DLC, and today I'm going to go through the student assessment document for the agricultural equipment technician. So this document has been submitted to both the work experience teachers in the school divisions as well as the employers. So both people should have a copy of this, but I'll go through the basics of this so that everyone's on the same page. So to begin with, we need to fill in the student information, the student name, the school where the student attends, the dates of the work placement as well as the work location. Now this sheet will be filled in by the supervisor of the student at the dealership. The rating scale is listed below. It is a scale from basically 0 to 10, and it gives you a description of each value. So for a 9 to 10, we would expect the student to demonstrate an advanced understanding. An 8 would be a comprehensive understanding. A 6 to 7 would be a basic understanding. A 5 would be a partial. And a 0 to 4 was a student not able to demonstrate the outcome. So there are 3 skills that we're going to be evaluating here. The first skill that the student is going to be evaluated on is the employability skill. So you can see here we've got a box here to give your rating. So an example of some employability skills are safety. So does a student demonstrate safe workplace practices, such as they are able to identify potential health and safety hazards using correct safety equipment and so on. We've also got personal management. Does the student dress appropriately, accepts responsibility, make informed decisions, and so on. Once again, a mark out of 10. This is done by the supervisor. Working with others. Does the student communicate effectively, and so on. Once again, out of 10. Thinking skills. How does the student solve problems and make decisions? And last is change. How does a student manage change? Does he or her take responsibility for their own learning, accept praise and criticism, and demonstrates flexibility and understands related career pathways? So those are the employability skills. There's also a section here at the bottom if your supervisor would like to add any employability skills comments below. The next is workplace skills. Very similar, same rating scale out of 10. So they're based on knowledge, attitudes, and other workplace competencies. So once again, the supervisor would evaluate the student based on those 3 aspects. And once again, another comment box for the student to, or sorry, for the supervisor to add any other or extra comments. The next is, I'm going to spend probably the most time on, is the trade-specific skills. So first of all, these trade-specific skills would be the material that the student has learned in the theory portion of their course before they have done their work placement. As part of this course, there is 50 hours of theory and 50 hours of work placement. Also, as a special part of this course, they have an option of attending a agricultural equipment technician boot camp at SAS Poly. If the student has attended that, they will let you know and the supervisor can click yes. If they have not attended it and do not plan on it, you would click no. So if they have attended the work boot camp, they would classify or allowed to have 7 hours. So their work study hours would be 43 hours they need to complete to make the 50. And obviously, if they've not attended the boot camp, they would do 50 work study hours to get the 50. So please make sure to ask the student if they've done the boot camp at SAS Poly, so then you could accurately fill in these 2 boxes and accurately fill in the total hours. Now, for the trade-specific skills, like I mentioned, these are the skills learned in the course, the theory portion of the course, before the student has entered your building. So while they're doing their work placement, we would like you to focus on these things and evaluate the student based on what they have taken in the class. So the first portion of the class they learned was the agricultural process and equipment. So here are 4 things to look for. Once again, a rating out of 10. And if they were able to identify, for example, each piece of equipment, give them a ranking out of 10, and also please let us know how many hours or the amount of time spent that the student did on being able to identify equipment. The next topic is agricultural tools. So is the student able to identify different hand tools, different power tools? Can they safely use them? Can they use precision measuring instruments and demonstrate proper selection of precision instruments for various tasks? Out of 10, and once again, if they spent 45 minutes or an hour identifying hand tools, please let us know. The next section is agriculture fasteners, oils, and lubricants. So once again, is the student able to identify different bolts, nuts, washers, and specialty fasteners? Give them a mark out of 10. Now, also, I'd like to mention, if a student doesn't have a chance to do some of these things in the work placement, I understand there are certain situations where maybe the student is not going to be able to work with fasteners. That's all dependent upon the time of year or the equipment that they're working on, and you are unable to evaluate them. Please don't give them a 0 out of 10. If they didn't get a chance to show this, please put an NA here for non-applicable. That way the student wouldn't be punished for not having the ability to do that. We would just say that the student did not have a chance to demonstrate that skill. The last topic is careers, and once again, the same ratings, the same amount of time. Please let us know the time spent on that. And also there is a trade-specific skills comment box as well. The last portion will be filled out with the workplace work experience teacher and the supervisor of the student at the dealership. They can go through this together. Typically, the work experience teacher is going to tally up all three skill scores, create an average for the mark. Also, the career work experience teacher will give you an autograph there. The employer or the supervisor signature here. The student will need to sign off, and then the principal will need to sign off as well as the final signature of this course. Once this form has been completed, and after the 50 hours have been done in the dealership, we would like you to submit this form to Lori Gasper at the SunWest DLC. Lori Gasper's email is lori.gasper@sunwestsd.ca, or you can fax it to 306-252-2150. Put attention, Lori Gasper. If you have any questions, the phone number at the SunWest DLC is 252-1000, and you can ask for Lori, or you can ask for any of the administrators, Craig Van Thyn, Curtis Heath, or Aaron Bieberdorf would be the three administrators. So hopefully this explains your evaluation document that you'll be using with the student, as well as the work experience teacher in the 50-hour work placement for your student.